Hey guys, so in this video, let's talk about Ezra. Tips for Ezra. For the first tip, time mushroom maturity properly because you want to make use of the discernment, which is crit damage plus 40%, and vulnerability, which is 20% damage taken on the enemy. So you want to make use of this. Why am I saying this? Because this buff and debuff, they are stack based. So if you trigger one attack and you hit the enemy, that stack disappears. Or if it's on your character and your character take an action and attack the enemy, then the buff disappears. So it is quite crucial to time it properly so that when Nauticus uses ultimate, the debuff will be on the enemy and the buff will be on Nauticus herself. Okay, so for demonstration, here I have this team. Eternity is not Eternity E2, I just randomly put it here. Anyway, so you can see now that Ezra doesn't have any mushroom around him. So the first thing you want to do is plant the mushroom. So if you use this, you get a blue mushroom. You use this, you get a red mushroom. So I'm going to plant the blue mushroom. And I want you to take note on this. Now if I'm going to plant the blue... Okay, I'm just going to skip. Okay, so here I'm going to plant and I'm going to get 2 blue mushroom. There you go. Normally you would just get 1. But the Euphoria makes it that you can get 2. So which means for Bloodtithe setup, you will either have 2 blue or 2 red. You cannot have a mix of them. So here, you can see this. There's 2 Euphoria on him. If I use this one, I'm going to grow the mushroom extra 2 more times and it will instantly mature. Because it has already grow 1 time at the start of the round, using this will be another time that it will grow. And because Ezra has 2 Eureka, so it will grow for the 3rd time. Okay. There, instantly activate and providing a lot of healing. So on the other hand, if you use a different matching. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use, this time I'm going to use the attack one, just for fun. Okay, gonna plant 2 attack mushrooms. Alright. So now I'm gonna use a different one, which is this one. And I will grow the mushroom only once this time. Okay, and instead I will use 2 of this Eureka, not to grow the mushroom another time, but I will get 1 additional Moxie. Okay. So here I'm going to use this one, the healing. Right, so you see the mushroom only grow once. Okay, and because of that, it doesn't trigger the mushroom yet. It's not mature yet. Alright, so just now it's mature because it's at the start of the 3rd round. So that's why it's mature and it's no longer there. And you also can see that now I have 3 Moxie. So I get the additional 1 Moxie because I grew different type of mushroom and consume 2 Eureka in order to get the additional 1 more Moxie. So either you want to have quick growth of your mushroom, use the same one. If you want to have Moxie instead, then use the other one. So now that you know how the mushroom works, tips 1 for Bloodtithe team. Focus on planting blue mushrooms for more healing and gaining of Bloodtithe. Okay, so maturing blue mushroom also grant 2 stack of discernment, which is also good for Nautica to have when she uses her ultimate. For tips 2, try to ensure there is no mushroom when Ezra gains his ultimate or when you are using his ultimate. You can do this by using his S1 or S2 to mature the mushroom first and then you only use the ultimate. Or in another situation, let's say you already trigger his mushroom in the previous round and you know that you will be getting the ultimate this round, you don't have to replant the mushroom. The reason is because when you use his ultimate, he will automatically plant 2 red mushroom and immediately matures it. So if you waste 1 AP planting the mushroom previous round, and then basically when you use the ultimate, it will just mature that mushroom that you have planted. So in a way, you are wasting 1 AP to plant those mushrooms, when using the ultimate will also do the same. As for tip 3, there's actually 2 parts to this. The first part is, if there are no other way to mature the blue mushroom, let's say that you ran out of skill, or there's just not enough AP because you have priority and you want to use other skill first, then in that situation, use Ezra ultimate at the beginning of the spell queue. That is because you want to trigger the healing so that you still can use skills to drain Nautica's HP before she uses her ultimate. If you use Ezra ultimate later, then Nautica might heal up, having more than 50% HP or even full HP, and then her ultimate will not be hitting as hard. Okay, so please make sure use the ultimate earlier if there are blue mushroom on the field and there is no way for you to trigger it. So here's an example. You have 2 blue mushroom. Technically, I can use his healing to trigger it before I use it. Then I can use the ultimate. But I'm just gonna demonstrate here. 2 blue mushroom. I use the ultimate first so that I heal the party. Okay. Then Nautica now can start draining her HP using her S2 and S1 before you use the ultimate. So you can see Nautica's HP is low at this point.
Once shattered and now bleeding.
However, if there is no mushrooms planted at all, or you have red mushroom planted, then use ultimate at the end of the spell queue before Nautica's ultimate. Okay, not at the very end. If you are using Eternity, yes, you want to put it at the very end. So Eternity follow-up attack at the start of the round will then be able to make use of the vulnerability debuff that you have inflicted on the enemy. But for Nautica's case, then you use the ultimate before Nautica's ultimate so that you don't have random attacks coming in from different units and use up vulnerability. Okay, likely because you have 2 red mushroom, there will be 4 vulnerability on the enemy. Samwise will definitely use one of it because Samwise will do a follow-up attack at the end of the round. So yeah, that is why I recommend you to use the ultimate later. Okay, so here we have the ultimate there. Right, so I buff Nautica up, give Nautica some of Sentinel's bullet. Okay, and now we use the ultimate and inflict 4 stack of vulnerability on the enemy. Okay. So here the mushroom grows, mature, inflict 4 stacks, but somehow that follow-up attack eat up all 3 stacks of it. So there's no stacks left for Nautica's ultimate. However, let's say in that situation just now, you trigger it, there's no follow-up attack, so it's not going to consume all 3 stacks of it, and then Samwise attack, then you do Nautica's ultimate. So for tips number 4, Ezra rotation in Bloodtithe. Alright, round 1, you use S2 to plant blue mushroom, then you use S1 to gain +1 Moxie. In round 3, mushroom matures, then you replant it with S1 and instantly you use S2 and you will be able to have 5 Moxie. So by round 4, you just use ultimate to inflict vulnerability on the enemy. And from here onward, what you want to do is at round 5, you replant the healing mushroom, the blue one, and in round 6, you use it again. This time, you will consume 2 Eureka's and you will instantly cause the blue mushroom to mature. So in round 7, you plant another blue mushroom and in round 8 you use a different skill in order to get +1 Moxie, but you don't want to trigger the mushroom. By the time you hit round 9, and this is also the time where you already have 5 Moxie, and the mushroom will automatically mature at the start of the round, so now you do not have any mushroom left. Then you use ultimate, okay, to get the free 2 red mushrooms. And basically from there onward, you repeat from 4 to 9 and just keep on with that rotation. So this one, the showcase, I've posted in a previous video, so again I will share this in the video description below. And the last tip, tip 5, Ezra Bloodtithe function as a sustain and generator of Bloodtithe. So there is no other reason that you want to use him in any other team. There is just a little bit too much going on with that mushroom growing, and it's a bit of a hassle, to be honest. So I don't really recommend him to be used anywhere else other than the Bloodtithe team. Okay, so it's mainly for Nautica or Eternity E2. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day.